There were a few stories recently where I actually immediately thought of you and thought I could almost hear the steam coming out of your ears. One was that there's a new theatre production of The Sound of Music where there are literally warnings to audiences because they say the musical touches on Nazi Germany and the annexation of Austria, that an audience now has to be warned about The Sound of Music.
Well, this is what I mean. This is what I can't stand. I can't stand the way we want to rewrite history. I can't stand the way we don't want to acknowledge history. And it's so important to acknowledge what our history is because that defines who we are and where we've got to. And without acknowledging history, we are screwed. You're well and truly screwed. And I think we've not done that nearly enough.
But all these trigger warnings that people want to put now on art, whether it's books, poetry, films, theatre productions, whatever it may be, when do we get so sensitive, so overly offended? Are we, or is it other people deciding we ought to be?
I think it really is about other people deciding we ought to be. I don't think we are.
I don't know anyone who goes to The Sound of Music who needs to be told, by the way, there are references to Nazi Germany. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I find that, I don't know where that's coming from. I really don't. I want to know who's making those...
I think it's a small number of people. It gets whipped up by a sort of very woke mob on social media. Before we know it, this becomes standard practice. Then you start seeing all the books having great chunks rewritten.
Well, you know, we had the whole thing with Roald Dahl, you know, which is disgraceful.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Absolutely disgraceful. I mean, Roald Dahl is you know, he was a difficult man, but he wrote some amazing stuff.
But if the criteria for cancelling people or revisiting everything they do was being difficult, you would wipe out almost every artist of any note in history. Yeah, they're all a bit difficult.
Exactly. Charles Dickens, boom,
gone.
And you know, and you go, it's not on. It's just simply not on. And you see, it also comes from complete ignorance. It's an ignorant state that creates this sort of, oh, that's bad, that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous to say. Of course, you know, that's what happened.
Michael Sheen recently said that non-Welsh actors playing Welsh characters he found hard to accept. What do you think of that?
Well, it depends. I don't find it hard to accept if they can do the work. I mean, I played Nive Bevan. You know, I played Nive Bevan. I'm a Scot. I played a Welshman.
How was your Welsh accent?
Very good.
Can we have a...
No, I'm not going to. I'm not a performing monkey.
Come on, Brian.
Look you. I don't agree with Michael Sheen, and I don't believe, you know, I don't believe in having I mean, if a non-Scottish person can do the Scottish thing, I'll buy it.
So if I was to suddenly take up acting and play William Wallace, you'd be fine with that?
If you were any good. I mean, if you were I would certainly...
On that bombshell, Brian, great to catch up with you.
Lovely to talk to you.
Really appreciate it. And best of luck with your productions back in the UK. Good to see you.
Thank you.